Hello, Divine Witch subscribers, and welcome back to another podcast. At this point, we might as well just call them the Saturday podcast because that's when it's been happening for the last 3 podcasts because I keep on forgetting about the Friday podcast because it just didn't sink in until Saturday. Watch, I'll say it'll be a Saturday podcast and it won't sink in until Sunday. And podcasts are just coming whenever they come at this point because if I set a schedule, I'll forget the schedule and, that's life though. You know what I mean? We're in May, there's graduations happening, birthdays happening, kids getting out of school or already got out of school. And it's just craziness over here at the Divine Witch because we're still in school for the kids or the girls, I should say. So yeah, it's been kind of hectic around here, just trying to get everything ready for the next year. Get things ready for our June 4th event at Pride in Hamilton. That you heard it right. Hamilton Pride is where we are going to be June 4th. So excited. We got the information of our setup time. Still waiting for our location, knowing my luck. That's a pub. It will probably come the day that I show up. So that's the thing.
Yes.
So Patreon funds this month. Part of it's going to go towards the garden. Part of it's going to go towards getting water for the event to hand out to people. And also today, as I was scrolling through the mighty Facebook or Metabook, as I like to call it, the metaverse, whatever they're changing it to with Zuckerberg and all that fun jazz.
Stupid.
I found out today that someone in our pagan community is having a hard time.
Oh no.
And it's someone that I know. That I've met numerous times within the pagan community. At one point in time, they had a bar / game business that they had in Hamilton. That's where we actually had a real event, which they're currently no more because COVID not only killed so many businesses, but it also killed theirs as well. Because you got to be able to have people come in when you got a bar style eatery. So, one of the previous owners had surgery. They're going through some things. So part of our Patreon fund, I'm going to take some money, get a couple frozen lasagnas for the wifey of that owner. That way they can recover and don't have to worry about much. A lot of the pagan community is doing this. So yeah, that's part of where our funds are going to go this month. So, it's not exactly all where I wanted it to be this month, but, when things come up and people are in need, you got to reach out. You got to try to do what you can do. And that's just what we do. So putting that out there so you guys know where the funds are going to be going as far as Patreon this month. Plus, I will be taking $5 of that and paying for the printing. That's my dog in the background hamming out that you hear the... she's got to do her daily ham, which she looks really cute, just to let you know. She's a big kitty, a baby kitty. So we also got the puppies in the background, so you may hear some snorts, some hacks, and sometimes it may even be just the husband hacking. But that's what you get over here on this channel, diversity.
That's it.
And occasionally me, trying to clear my throat and give a little cough.
So you want to do
So,
the podcast?
What is by the way, the hubby's here. I guess that was a great intro for that.
I'm here.
He is here with me. He was talking to our pug Yoda, who is sitting currently in his lap because that's his spot for daddy. But yeah, so let's move on. So you guys know June 4th, we're going to be out there. For those of you who don't know, like I said, we're going to be handing out water. We're going to be handing out information. That's why I was going to say that $5 is going to go for us to be able to print off stuff because I pay like $5 each month for my printer system and I get to print off so many papers and I get ink sent to me, which if you know anything about ink, it really pays off in the end.
Yes.
So
it's expensive.
It is very expensive for ink, but glad that HP has things like that to where you can get your ink and be okay. It's better than having to, like back in the old days where like you buy a $20 printer because it was cheaper to buy the $20 printer over and over again than to go out and buy the ink to fill that printer. Yeah, those were the days.
$60 for one cartridge.
Yeah, well, when you can get like a $20 printer and get both the colored and the black ink. And yeah, that's saving money, kids. Give
Yeah.
me a second. I'm gonna pause this as soon as I get the chance so I can hack without hacking at you guys. With there being so much rain, my sinuses this week have been like, yeah, yeah, here, if you want a protein bar, there you go.
All right.
Trying to make sure that the hubby stays strong during this morning, which our morning is like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The kids ain't here. We've been living our best lives. It's been great.
It's been so great.
And it's been rainy for the last couple of days. Tomorrow's supposed to be sunny. Thank the gods. That means I can grill out finally. By the way, speaking of cooking, I know some of you guys have been asking about cooking videos. There's a struggle meal coming Sunday, so you guys will see that. Hopefully you enjoy it. It actually wasn't that bad.
Nope, it was good.
Than I thought it would be, but like it was pretty decent. So check that out. But as I was saying, we're going to be at that June event where we're going to be handing out information, waters, talking with people. We've got shirts made, which if I didn't show you guys, I'll have them at the end of the video so you can see what they look like and things like that. As far as I know, it's only going to be me, the hubby, and another 2 staff members at the event. Then, if you guys don't know, you're about to know, I've been partnering with my sister-in-law to start this business, where it's like tumblers, shirts, flags, all this other stuff. So she's making some pride keychains. I'll show them at the end as well. Check out Turtle Crystal Collection.
That's it.
Yeah. We changed it around so many times, and then we finally, hammered down on one. So I'll put the link down below if you guys want to check it out eventually. We do ship, depending on where you live. Depends how much it's going to cost to ship. So if you're going to spend that much, you might as well get your bang for your buck at that point.
That's true.
But speaking of that kind of business venture, one of the things that we're going to be doing, which brings us to an event called Witch in the Woods, is yes, I know. There's actually this banner I bought. It's like 72 by so many feet or whatever. Anyway, side point, it's a blank banner. We're going to end up making an official banner after 5 years for Witch in the Woods. I am so fucking excited. And here's the kicker, right? So every year we know that we're going to have like different, sponsors or different like vendors and stuff like that. So when we make the banner, we're going to make the banner for Witch in the Woods. That's it. I haven't figured out the design yet, but it will be coming and I'll be showing you guys the process. So once we do that, I want to make little mini like round little things to stick on the banner and have Velcro at the bottom of the banner. So that way, we can put our Patreon and put those little round things on them and unstick them. And that's another reason why I got a laminator, is because I can laminate those. So anytime that company comes up to Witch in the Woods, or if we get new ones, it's not always permanently on the banner. You know what I mean? And you don't have to black out. It's just it's almost like little round disc that you can just Velcro to it.
That works.
And to me, that makes sense. And also it's pretty cool because it promotes that business and everything else. So
you guys are actually going to take the blank banner and put what you want on the banner, right?
Oh yeah.
So my question is like with the machine you guys use to put the stuff on there, don't it only go to a certain size?
It does, so it has to be done in pieces.
Oh wow, that's gonna be
like yeah, it's going. But here's the thing though, I wanted to test it out because the banner itself was $10, $5 for shipping, which you're like, oh my god, you didn't get nothing on it. Which if you've bought a banner, any banner, you know that depending on the size, which the one that I got is the biggest one that you can normally get wherever you go for your banners.
Gotcha.
Unless you get a custom size.
Right.
But normally the size banner that I got coming for the $15 that I paid, plus let's say it takes, because we're doing sublimation on it. So let's say it takes like $5, $6 to do the sublimation for the banner, because that's how it evens out.
Which is not bad.
Which isn't bad. So altogether I got like about $20 in a banner, then $150 in a banner that I would pay to get done. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's going to take time, but it's not going to take that much time. You know what I'm saying? And like, we can design it however we want. And like, it just makes it so freaking awesome. And I'm excited about it. And like, one of the things that I was thinking about doing with the banner too, which I don't know, maybe not, maybe eventually I'll just get another blank banner for when we do it, to where people can sign their name on, like, have the Witch in the Woods one, and then have one where everybody can sign their name. So throughout the years, you can see how many people come to events.
You can actually take that one there when you guys get done with it. You can use the back of it.
That would actually be a good idea.
And everybody's signatures on the back, and then you have the front already.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I think that's something that we'll do. Good idea.
Yeah, and then you don't have to buy another one just for signatures. You just,
yeah.
And you can even reuse that one.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It'd be pretty cool. Like, we always try to find fun things to do when it comes to Witch in the Woods. Which this Witch in the Woods, we got 4 to 5 different vendors that each have different things. So I'm excited about that.
And there may be more before we
No, that's our limit.
Oh, is it?
That's our limit right now, because you don't want to get it to where like
Nobody.
you have 10 vendors selling the same exact thing.
That's true.
Now, if we got an author that had books, then yeah, I'd be open to that. You know what I mean?
So
But like, we've got witch shops, we've got people that make like different like bath stuff. We've got us with the turtle crafts, shirts, tumblers, all that kind of stuff. Ragnar's Riches, they got the runes, they got their necklaces, their paracord stuff. We've got one girl that makes candles.
Yep.
Like, we've got a variety, you know what I mean? It's not just one trick ponies. Right. Plus, I'm going to be there, you know, like I always am, doing tarot if anybody wants tarot. Of course, it'll have to be around. Like, I'm not trying to cram a bunch of things in all at once within that day.
Right.
So that way it leaves room for people to do stuff, discussions to be had, stuff like that.
And some fun.
So also with Witch in the Woods, I've got a buddy of mine who does fire cupping, and I'm hoping I can get him out. So far,
from what I've talked to him he's down to come.
So far, it's good. I just hope he doesn't bring the glitter cannon.
Oh, he said he was.
Oh my God.
He really said he was.
Okay, so I call him my mad scientist. He's like a friend of mine. I love him to death. He's sweet as can be, unless you cross him, which I think that's any of us, right? And like, this man makes the most amazing stuff I've ever seen someone make. That maybe I'm just amazed because I couldn't do something like that, and it just blows me away.
He's really good.
But he took a leaf blower, added this like
2
liter contraption to it to feed into the leaf blower for glitter. So I know there's a few people who I've already told about this, and they're fucking excited.
I know, right?
But I'm worried about those who come and go, oh fuck, I just got fucked by Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's gonna happen. Someone's gonna be pissed.
Oh, and also he said he's bringing the glow in the dark paint for it also.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
So that way it really sticks. That was my idea. So I'm probably going to get bombed at some point. I see it happening.
Yeah, he was telling me on the phone, he said, now I'm just going to give you guys a warning that once I blow this glow in the dark paint through the leaf blower, he said it literally was going to be a one-shot deal. And he said after that, the leaf blower is not going to work anymore.
Yeah.
Because once the paint goes through the blades
right.
of the thing, he said it's going to seize it up and it's done. But he said, hey, we're going to go out with a bang. He said, so I'll make that the last.
You'll end up cleaning it, you know what I mean? But yeah. Plus, I'm going to tell him to try to. I'm going to tell him to get biodegradable glitter. So for those out there going, oh my God, eco.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. We'll figure it out. Now, glow in the dark paint, I don't know if there's eco-friendly. I would assume there is, like water washable.
He just told me that it was non-toxic. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it doesn't have bad chemicals in it, he said.
Well, I mean, they all got something in it.
So, but he said the one that he has is non-toxic. So he said, I mean, even if it got in your mouth,
you're not
going to get sick, he said.
Well, hopefully. Houston Woods lets us back after this. Looks like Tinkerbell exploded. The damn witches. Because they're pretty great sports. Like, they know that we've had events there.
They know us by name.
They know us by name. They send people our way like, yeah, we know who you're with. It's cool, you know, and they're really great. And we always leave the place better than when we left it.
Always do.
Because you know, we try while we're there to put a good impression and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm super excited for it, especially the ritual that I got written out. Like, it's going to be like the timing of the ritual. I want to get it to where I'm going to have to figure out when sunset is, because I want to start it right as the sun starts to go down. You know what I mean? That way, when we get to the meditation part of this ritual, everybody's in the middle and it's dark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've been sitting here because there's many components to this ritual, and I'm super excited about it. I know there's a few workshops that we have talked about, but nothing's been solidified just as yet. Now, with that being said, we do got an event that comes up before Witch in the Woods. That's after the June Pride event, and that's the Embracing the Divine Feminine, which is going to be happening July 9th, I believe. I'll have the link down below so you guys can check it out. But I'm really excited about that event as well. We're going to do one on the Divine Masculine, the Divine in Between, the Divine Masculine September. The Divine in Between is going to be in October. So, you know, when we get closer to those, I'll start telling you guys what's going on with that, what it looks like. I'm also trying to set up some things with another shop to try to help them out. We'll see how it goes. And once that gets closer, we'll also put that out there as well. But yeah, there's a lot of things coming this way, and it's exciting. And I'm excited. Like, I've got some nice clothes for the camping.
Yes.
The only thing I got to get is a blow up air mattress. So that will be happening.
Oh, man,
because last time I went camping, I had bruises on my hips so bad. And I can't do that again. My back can't do that again.
No.
It was bad. It was real bad, guys. And I learned a lesson. Don't just if it pops, it pops. It's an investment worth investing. Because we never do glamping, you know, the glamorous camping.
No,
that's the only part of our camping that's like almost glamorous, is something soft. And that's because my back issues and things like that. Another thing that's been going on behind the scenes, why you guys haven't seen me much online besides getting ready for this event, is I've been working on myself physically. I'm not looking to like shed thousands of pounds, obviously, because I'd be dead at that point. But I'm just looking to get a little bit more comfortable in my own body, if you know what I mean. And I've been doing this for about a month. There's been some ups and downs, which I think happens when you're trying to do lifestyle changes, especially when your body's like, fuck you, which is basically what my body did this past week. It said, fuck you. It started out with my knee, which was popping in and out because I was doing an average of 5,000 to 6,000 steps a day, which doesn't seem like much in the grand scheme of things.
It is.
But when you've been at a computer doing lives and everything else, and pretty much like a fat cat, and you start building up those steps, your body's like, what the fuck are you doing? And that's basically what my body did. So when my knee started going in and out, I started overcompensating with my lower back, apparently. And then that's when my lower back decided to go out. And then after that, and I was recovered from that, I had sinus headaches for 2 days.
Yeah, bad ones.
And it was like, after I got over the knee, I was like, yeah, I can go. And then my back's out. And I'm like, no, I gotta give it a couple days. Give it a couple days. Be like, I'm ready to go. And my head's like, not just yet. So it's almost like the gods and the cosmos were like, no, take the week off. You need rest. Because I was literally pushing myself every day, getting up, doing all different kinds of stuff, different yard work, anything that I could think of doing.
Basketball with the kids,
which, by the way, I am super excited to say I did 7 shots without a miss. And I feel like you know how like there's those moments with your kids that they look at you like you're a god. That was one of those moments. On the 8th shot, though, it went out, and I was like, 7 is all that matters. and I just threw it and just fucking walked away. And it was great, but I paid for it
Like a
dearly.
boss.
Like I really did. I did pay for it dearly. And then, my oldest is like, oh, I'm not trying to hurt you or anything. That's why I'm going easy on you. I was like, girl, I can run circles around you.
I ain't old yet.
And I did do a half quart shot, which I was excited about. And then when I went to go do the second half quart, like I wish I had a camera I could show you guys. That's my dog being a dick.
It might be.
Give me a second, guys. So, like every dog before her, it was nothing. It wasn't our delivery guy and bringing my laminator. She just wanted to be part of the discussion. But as I was saying, it's like, I wish you guys could have seen this. Like, I want to go shoot. And you know how, like, you see it in movies where, like, it looks like it's going to go in and then it stops right by the rim.
Yeah.
Like, right before. And it's like fate decided to say, fuck you in that moment. And you were so close, you could taste it. And you get so discouraged and disappointed. And you're like, no. Yeah, that happened. But overall, it was a pretty good day. I mean, my body shut down for a week, but it was worth it. But I got my steps in that day. I mean, can't beat that. I did.
And the kids had fun.
And the kids had fun. Apparently, I'm the better parent when it comes to the fun.
I'm like, yeah.
So, I'm living that. I'm taking it up. I'm splitting this protein. Well, you're going to eat a part of this because I'm not eating it all. But. So I got these kind breakfast protein bars while we wait for our protein shakes to come in and stuff, which I'm not going to lie, with me being down for this past week, my eating habits weren't as great as they should have been because I wasn't able to prepare my food the way that I could have done it.
True.
And so there was a couple eating out situations, so
you have to live.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's important when you're down and out. It's like when you're in a hospital and you got to get hospital food and they're like, well, that's what you get. I haven't had my protein shakes yet, but they are coming. Hubby did order to them. So
to be here on the 1st.
Because I have that would be, I think, Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I have this bad thing of not eating breakfast or lunch, and then by dinner I'm fucking shaking. So protein shakes are going to help with that. But in the meantime, the hubby got these kind breakfast protein bars. They're really good. It's like 210 calories. You get 2 bars per package. Now the carbs are like 28. Sugars, but when you add it all up, really, it's not that bad.
And they're chocolate flavor.
And they are chocolate flavor, and they're not like shitty chocolate flavor.
No, they're actually good.
They're
it's
actually good.
Oatmeal. It's oatmeal and chocolate together, I believe.
No. Let's see. Cocoa, tapioca syrup, soy protein, semi-sweet chocolate, cocoa butter, vanilla, cane sugar, raisin paste, cocoa powder, some kind of molasses, buckwheat, and other stuff. It does have cinnamon in it, so if you're allergic to cinnamon, that ain't gonna work for you. But it is really good though.
And for anybody that's looking to get these, they're 8 grams of protein per pack.
Yeah.
Per
So
2-pack, because you get 2 in 1 pack.
for whole grains, it's like 18 grams per serving. So that's not bad.
No.
Made with 5 super grains.
Yes.
And then they tell you can pair it with like strawberries or yogurt or whatever. It's really good though. So
try them out.
no, I'm not gonna lie. So if you guys haven't heard about the Juneteenth scandal with Walmart, okay, so Walmart decided, okay, so Juneteenth is like a holiday, and on that day you're supposed to, from what I understand, you're supposed to support small Black businesses.
Yes.
And stuff like
And
that.
work does that.
Well, Walmart decided that they're going to try to cash in on it, and everybody's like, fuck you, Walmart, no. And they had this red velvet cheesecake ice cream. I was like, well, that would have been a good combo, but I understand why they basically got told, fuck you,
Yep.
take it out. And they did, and I understand why, because backlash, right? Which really, if it was the 90s and media wasn't as present, they would have been rolling that shit out. Let's be honest.
Without a doubt.
But since media can destroy your company, they're like, I don't know. Right. Let's be realistic.
Just take it out.
Well, anyway, there was this post that had came across my feed, and it was talking about this company that was like, imagine being a big corporation and stealing from a small business. And it was this black owned business that this woman has, and it's ice cream. It's $7 a pint. But honestly, the flavors I got, I'm about to do it. Why? Okay. Calorie wise,
no.
You got two options. You pace yourself, or you don't eat nothing else for the day. Because if you eat the whole damn thing, no matter which one you get, it's like 1,000 carbs, 1,000 calories. But if you're like me and you can pace yourself, because I've had this experiment in my house where we all get our own pint. The kids go in like a day or two. Yours is going in a night.
It is.
And mine's like last 2 weeks.
Where she's only eating a spoon or two of it a day.
But good. Because I'm the type of person, when I eat ice cream, I don't mind sitting there and eating a whole bowl. But sometimes you get halfway through it and you're like, you know.
It's not for me. I love ice cream, so I can't quit. I have to eat it all.
But anyway, that's beside the point. So I went and checked this lady's website out. Oh my God. Okay. First off, banana pudding ice cream.
I know it.
That's what's got me. Okay. I'm eating a protein bar. That's why I sound like I got something in my mouth, because I do. But she also has sweet potato.
That'll be good.
And I want to try both of those. And then she's got the red velvet cheesecake. And I think there's like a praline one or something like that. But the banana and the sweet potato is what I'm most excited about, because banana flavor is hard to get it right.
It is.
Because either it's too light or it's artificial tasting.
Yep.
So I'm like, and it's pudding. So I wonder if they're taking actual banana pudding and putting in with it.
I would say so. And then freezing that, and
oh my
get
God,
that flavor. Yeah, that'd be really good, actually.
So like that would be my guilty pleasure. And the hubby's like, oh my God, it's $7 a thing. I was like, you're supporting a small business.
Yeah. I think we're gonna do it because we'll give it a shot, because it sounds great. It really does. And the ones you found with ice cream that's actually in the fruit.
Oh, the sorbet.
I want to try those too. They're a little expensive too, but it's worth it.
Well,
it really looks like it's
Costco's okay. So another TikTok made me buy it thing, right? And Costco's got these fruit sorbet cups, and they're actually in the fruit. So if you get coconut, you get it in a coconut. If you get mango, you get it in a mango. Like, it's pretty cool. It's a gimmick, but it's cool.
I think it's neat.
And I think you get like 12 of them for like, I don't know, $20 or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
But like the serving size is pretty decent.
They're like minis, I think.
They're not mini. They're like the size of the fruit.
Oh man.
That's why everybody's like going nuts over them.
We're gonna try those too, because you don't see nothing like that.
No.
You really don't, and it's really neat.
So I want to give that a shot. But yeah, because we always talk about food on this channel.
I know.
It doesn't matter if it's during a live, a video, or on a podcast. There is always food being talked about. Also, speaking of talking about things, so a while back I transitioned from regular pop to that Coke Zero, which, by the way, anybody that tells you the zero sugar tastes like regular Coke is fucking on drugs. It doesn't. But if you drink it enough, you get used to it, and you get used to that flavor, right? Which I think would be anything, to be realistic.
Yeah.
But this past couple of days, there's been times, because here in Ohio, you can't get a 2-liter of Coca-Cola for the same price that you could the regular pop when it's cheap. Nope. It's stupid. So I ended up drinking like some RC, tasted fucking weird. Like it was flat. Then later, like last night, we went out to eat, dinner date. Got KFC, and I'm like, I haven't had a Mountain Dew in a while. I want to try a Mountain Dew. It tasted so weird. It didn't taste flat. It tasted like there was a chemical in it, and I couldn't figure it out. And so I'm like, yep, my tongue is officially fucking ruined. I cannot have normal pop now, which is a good thing, I guess, in hindsight, because 0 carbs, 0 calories, all that shit. But I'm just like, ugh. Which the hubby, he can't stand the pop that I drink, just for the reason being that it's got that aftertaste.
I've tried. I really have tried. I just can't do it.
But
if we don't buy regular pop, we just get the 0 now. So,
well, I mean, if you wanted regular pop, you can get it because it doesn't bother me. I got my 0 still.
well, it's true, but it doesn't give me the urge to drink it too, which is not good for anybody. I mean, we all know that, but
Every once in a while, it's not bad. But when you're getting to the point to where like you're spending fucking $30 just in pop, you got an issue.
we were doing that for a while.
Yeah.
We were buying like 5 or 6 cases of pop, and that would last for a long while, So, but
About 2 there. No.
yeah,
But
it lasts a while, but now we're just getting just a couple cases of the 0, and
still
well,
pretty good.
basically, you're the only one that's drinking it.
I know the kids won't touch it, which is great because our kids, and whenever we'd have regular pop, occasionally I'd see different cans in the room, like stuffed under the bed, which we all did it. I get it.
Ooh, pop.
Which I've never told the kids that you can't have pop. I just say moderate yourself because I never wanted them to be as addicted as I was.
And they're actually pretty good about that. They drink a lot of water and juice before they would go with pop. The pop's just every once in a while.
And that's kind of where we're at. And like, it's funny because like as soon as I started working out, my other daughter wanted to start working out.
I know it.
And I'm like, oh, look at you. She's already skinny anyway, so it's like,
yeah,
but it's adorable.
It is. She just wants to be part of what mom's doing.
Yeah, so I found it pretty neat. Plus, I've also cut down my potatoes a lot. Like I'll eat chips occasionally, but potato wise, I don't eat as much potatoes as I used to.
I did buy a sack yesterday because they were on sale there.
I know, but they gave you like what, 8 potatoes?
No, it was
in a bag.
Bought a 10-pound, 5-pound bag, something.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
it looks like 5 potatoes per one.
Oh, but they're huge. They're big though. That's why. But yeah, there was like food prices are high. So when
Oh my God.
when you find a deal, you grab it.
So we did our main grocery shopping Thursday. And then Friday, I was like, let's go get some fruits. They got it on sale at like Myers, which is a local grocery store if you don't know what it is. So we ended up going there. I get 2 flats of strawberries. He gets a thing of potatoes. We got some of those like Snyder honey mustard pretzels because they're fucking good.
Oh, so
Also,
good.
I found out last night, I know it sounds weird, but try it before you knock it. Try them dipped in Hidden Valley Ranch. So fucking good.
Really good.
So tonight I'm gonna end up having some in a salad because it sounds so fucking good. Anyway, beside the point. Then we got these like veggie chips.
Oh, those
So we
are
got
really
them. And those were like $4 a bag, but it was pretty fucking big.
family size.
Yeah. And then we ended up getting 2 cantaloupe.
Yeah.
What else did we get?
1 thing of bananas.
1 thing of bananas.
And I
2
can't-
cases of pop and 1 case of water.
Yeah, I think that was it. I believe.
Literally 60 fucking, I actually got lettuce too.
Yeah.
$60 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. That's not like, that's no protein. That's no meat, no cheese, no
I
nothing.
thought it was funny because we got up to the register and she said, oh, this looks like it'll be about $25, $28. And then it was like
Fucking 60.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. Like I could have bought like 60 fucking little Lunchables.
Yeah.
Or 60 big mega burritos that they sell for like $1.19 a piece.
I know.
Or like probably 50 of them because you gotta add the change. But Jesus. I'm telling you guys, it is not cheap to try to be somewhat healthy. It's ridiculous. Like so stupid. I know. I guess
The
lazy.
fruit is good. And
It is. But it's stupid.
it is.
Like really stupid.
But the good thing is there was with the strawberries, there was a deal because you had 2 smaller flats and then the big one.
Was like $5.
Yeah, for like, so it was like 2 in 1. And I don't know what the price was for the 2 smaller ones you had, but
They were like 2 something a piece, but like, I don't know. It's just exactly. And just sometimes it's crazy. But yeah, trying to even things out and make sure that he has snacks, making sure that I have what I can eat. And like our kids have no depth perception on, hey, eat just this, you're good for a little bit. Like we all snack as humans. I understand that, but fucking teenagers, they don't snack, they fucking pillage.
they do.
And they fucking go to war.
But they're
And within
really-
2 days, you're like, where's the fucking groceries? Fucking eating a can of corn or some shit. You know what I mean? Which we don't buy canned corn anymore. We buy it in a bag, but
Frozen, it's to me, it's better.
which I think this weekend I'm gonna make some veggie pasta because I got some frozen broccoli and stuff. So it just sounds really good. And at some point,
I love vegetables anyway.
I do too. I'm thinking about like I've even like with the food prices and everything, you know, I know we're here for witchcraft and stuff like that, but you got to be able to live and you can't manifest cheap shit all the time.
No.
So, you know, you got to work miracles in the kitchen sometimes. And it's fucking ridiculous, the price of some shit. You know what I mean?
It really is.
Like, it's stupid. Like seeing 5 pounds of hamburger for $15 and going, oh, that's a deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it used to be like $2 a pound.
I know, I was telling some buddies at work about, and they were like, where'd you get that at? I need to go there. Because we went here and it was not that price.
Right?
And I was like, yeah, well, it's here, you know.
Depending on what you get, like if you get the individual packs, and sometimes there's rolls. That's Gizzy doing some stuff, who knows? But you know, depending on what it is, depends on what you pay for it. Like the rolls are normally cheaper than the actual packs where they pre-pack them. Which if you get the 1 pound pack, they're normally like $5, $6 a pack.
And for you guys that look at your hamburger packages and you look at like how lean the meat is, whether it be 80%, 100%, or 70%, these rolls for $15 were 80%. And
That's not bad.
and that's why so one of my buddies at work was like 80%, that's usually what I get. It's just leaner.
You guys are gonna hear squeaky because she found her crocodile and she's trying to pull it out.
Oh, there she goes.
So if you hear squeak squeak, it's my dog playing with her alligator. Because for Christmas I always get the dog something.
She loves that.
So I got him an alligator, and like it's got a little Santa hat and everything, and she fucking loves this damn thing.
She does. Do you want to go play Yoda?
No, he's like, I ain't playing.
She's like, let her have it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing. And also, like, I gotta redo my kitchen, like with my spices and stuff, because
Oh, we got so many.
I've noticed, like, when I do food videos too, I'm like a one trick pony. Onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper. I mean, it is the holy trinity in this house.
That's what we use the most.
You know what I
It
mean?
really
But
is.
I do have my Creole seasoning, which I'm thinking about putting some of that Creole seasoning with some other stuff for the boneless
Yeah.
ribs that we got.
Yeah, another one, adobo. We use that a lot. too.
Adobo, I do like adobo.
That's good.
Which I did forget, I got that tray stuff where you can put it on your fruit and stuff like that. It's almost like a you can put it on chicken tacos too. It's
Lime.
very limey
Yeah.
kind of taste, but it's really good in chicken tacos.
Gizzy. Get down, Gizzy.
Gizzy ain't getting down. Treat. I swear, I've never seen someone so food motivated. Me in dog form. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with everything. You know, you guys heard all the Devine Witch stuff, and it's just kind of us talking and, you know, complaining, which I think we're all doing at this point.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you know what I mean? You just gotta keep on pushing. I will say this, you know, since it is Mental Health Awareness Month and stuff like that, like mentally, it's been a battle throughout the month just because of certain
wow.
elements in my own personal life and stuff, you know what I mean? And it's just like, And you get to those points where you get so low, you're like, oh, if I don't drag myself back up real quick, it's going to get bad real quick. And like, I've had a couple of those moments this month. Just remember, try not to keep that shit in. If you're aware of it and you have someone that you can reach out or just write it down, you know what I mean? Trying to get it out of you. So it's not staying rent free in your mind, but
It tears you down.
it really freaking does. Especially when you get to a point where you're like, I just feel so isolated, even when you're around other people. And it got to a point to where I actually joined a few groups. And then I start looking at like some of these people and the things that they're saying and they're talking about. And then, and not to make it sound bad, but it made me realize like I don't have it as bad as other people. And I think that kind of helped a little bit in perspective. But when you're in that moment, you don't realize that perspective.
And you don't think about it because you're just in such a bummy mood, you know, and it just
drags you down.
It does.
And it's hard to get out of it when you're in there, especially like if you're at work and kids are asleep. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I'm depressed to the kids. You know what I mean?
Well, no.
Like, no, you know what I mean? But like, it's those moments where you get alone and you start thinking about everything and you think about conversations and you think about perception of others perceiving you, and you think about like your religious, you know, self or spiritual self, and like, feel like I'm slacking here, or I'm not doing this, or this ain't going right. Like, what is going on with me? And it just kind of feels like all the world's kind of caving in all at once. And it's a hard thing to get out of. And like, there's no one way. It's not like I'm going to sit here and be like, hey, mental health witchy tips, meditate. Yeah. Like everybody tells you to fucking meditate, but you can't meditate if you're sitting there fucking curled up in a ball, crying. Meditation ain't going to do shit for you at that moment. Like sometimes you just need that group of either people or someone you can reach out to and be like, hey, I'm having my moment. I need a solid rock, like listen to me, you know, whatever. And sometimes it's hard, you know, some of us, you know, we're so strong for others. We circle ourselves with all these people and they can't handle when you can't handle, you know what I mean? And I know that's what makes it so hard and why so many people use all these different applications and things like that, because the people in their life aren't strong enough to handle what they're going through and they don't know what to say, which is not on them. And, you know, we each have our own part in life, but sometimes it's hard.
It is.
And this is just kind of like your reminder, like no matter what you're going through and no matter how bad it seems, you know, reach out, try to have that moment to where, you know, you're releasing, even if you message me, you know what I mean? Like I always open myself up to that when it comes to like mental health, or like I'd rather someone reach out to me and me talk to them until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning,
right,
than not seeing that person ever again or talking to that person ever again.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Like I'm that type of person. And I think what really fucks with me is like, especially this week, is like I'll have people reach out and ask me for help, and I'll put in the time and the effort to try to help them, and they'll either ghost me or just won't say shit.
Yeah.
And then it makes me feel like I'm just like my time isn't worth nothing, that I'm worth nothing. And if I was to pass in that moment, no one would give a fuck. And that's what sends me spiraling a lot of the times, is I give so much of myself that I feel like people just take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, over the last year, I've tried to set those boundaries. And I know it's probably made me lose subscribers, made me lose readers, but it's like, I'm fucking human too. And
That's right.
I'm someone behind this, like, I can make jokes and laugh and stuff like that, but there's a lot of times where I just fucking break down and just let it out. And no one sees it. I don't talk about it as much. And maybe I should, you know what I mean? Because it's a lot of stress and it's a lot of pressure when you feel like you have a lot of people that depend on you.
That's right.
And, you know, it's not just my family depending on me. It's my online community. It's my public community. It's, you know, and then you get stressed out because you're like, you're trying to do so much at once. And then you got people saying, don't do so much. Well, you know, if I drop the ball, then it's never going to get done.
That's true.
And it's hard because, you know, you can't expect other people to have the same passions as you do, even though they support your causes.
Right.
And that's a hard thing to get past. Because when people come to me and they're like, oh, I want to help with this or I want to help with that, sounds great. Then in the moment, because they don't sit there and think about birthdays, holidays, you know, get-togethers, want to go to the movies, want to fuck off with whoever, you know what I mean? They're not thinking of that in that moment until they get back into their own space and they're like, oh my God, what did I just commit to?
Yeah.
And then it's like, blah, 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 you know what I mean?
You shush. You don't need that here.
And I have a lot of people who know what we do and things like that. Like, why do you have so much trouble? And it's like, because people can be dedicated in one way and they feel like they're doing something, but there's so much to it that they can't dedicate that time because they're still trying to figure out their own mental issues and their own life, or just not in a place to where committing so much time, because this does take a lot of time. I mean, you know, I try to keep up on videos. I try to keep up on our Patreon, keep everybody updated. And then, you know, I work with different groups, different organizations, and I got kids, I got school, I got teachers, I got the hubby, I got dogs. I've got trying to make sure the kids don't eat me out of house and home, and trying to get house renovations done. And it's just, it overwhelms at times, you know. And basically what I'm saying in the end of this, and what through my ramble and this little bit of therapy I'm getting through, is that sometimes you just got to break away and say, fuck everybody's expectations of what I think they want and the expectations that I feel for myself, because even if you can't achieve something in that moment, doesn't mean that you can't achieve it eventually. And timing is everything. And, you know, just don't wear yourself out thin, because I've done that to myself more than once, and it's a dark hole to get out of. You know, it's okay to say no. It's okay to have conversations. Just try to remember that, you know, try to remember what it's like, because we may not all have the same experiences, but we have similarities. So since the hubby is messing with the dogs and the dogs are going crazy, I feel like that's a good spot for us to leave out at. And hopefully you guys enjoy this. And if you do, hit the like button, subscribe, all that fun jazz. If there's any kind of videos you guys would like for me to do, let me know. I'm always open to suggestions. And if you guys ever need an ear to lean on or someone to hear you when you feel like you got no one, my email is always open. Until next time, guys, always remember, no two witches, witch alike.
Bye.